And it was a very intense dispatch 911 call, and you're thinking, oh my God, what is going on?
Right.
And I just want to point out that they say it's Monday, July 23rd, 2007, and it is 9:21 a.m. when the bank teller or the bank manager is calling 911. And I want everybody, while you're listening, to remember the time that I tell you. 9:21 a.m. is when this happened, because the timeline of the story is so important to understand this entire documentary, and it really comes into play. So it's 9:21 when she's making the first phone call to 911. And then they cut to, you see the scene. They're at the scene, which is her home, and there's police cars, there's two fire trucks, and there's crime scene taped around her home. And you see that the home has been on fire. The home has been burning. And you see a police car that's smashed. You see another personal car, like a Subaru kind of a car, that has been in a crash, and they're kind of rear-ended. They're rear together, but they're along the same side of the street in front of the house. And then there's a picture of a man outside the car on the ground where they look like they're apprehending one of the suspects. That's what we see in these still photographs of the scene. And they give us the time, which is 10:30-ish. An hour later, we get to see all of this. So we're thinking, okay, right, they have gone to her home, they've got the kidnappers, they've got the family, and right, everything is okay. That is so far from anything possible that could have happened. So then we see somebody, I think from the police department, being interviewed by news media saying there are fatalities inside the house. And there's 3 fatalities and 1 person that has survived. And you're thinking, oh my God, these people are now dead. She was just at the bank an hour ago, and now she's dead. So he's confirming there are 3 females that are fatalities inside the home, and 1 person who's survived, which is a male. Mm-hmm. And it is so difficult all of a sudden. We're 2 minutes into this show, and you're having a hard time believing what has happened in this hour and not quite sure what's going on. Mm-hmm. So the officer says, right, the survivor was a male. He says, one of the suspects came out of the house, got in the car, and tried to drive away. And they stopped that suspect. Another male came out of the house, and they immediately arrested him. And they're telling the TV reporters that it's a home invasion that has gone terribly wrong. And you're thinking, oh my God, well, you're just so confused, trying to understand what has happened between the time that she was at the bank and the time that the house is set on fire, and now she is dead along with her 2 children inside the home.